Hey guys, Ty Cohen here, and I wanted to have a quick talk with you really quickly. You know, I deal with a lot of people. I see a lot of people from different walks of life. Some people that are super successful, some people that are just getting their start in life. And one thing that I find in common with a lot of folks is, they want to get to a certain point or a certain position, and there's usually something that's keeping them back. There's something that's holding them back from truly getting it in. And by getting it in, I mean like doing that thing that you know is going to bring the best out of you. It's going to make you excited. It's going to make you feel alive. It's going to make you feel fulfilled. And normally, right, instead of getting it in, we get to a point where we start to make excuses, we start to procrastinate, and nothing comes out of it. So I want to ask you, what is the one thing that you think keeps you from getting it in? Like, what is it? Is it that you just don't make the time, you're not prioritizing it, you are afraid of what people are going to say about you if you go after this one thing, if you totally dedicate yourself to it? What is it? And normally, getting past that involves just thinking about it, because sometimes we go day to day and we don't really think about why we haven't achieved, this certain level of success, or why we haven't gotten to this level of where we say we want to be, right? How often have you thought about why you truly have not taken the steps needed to get you where you say you want to be? Well, normally, what I found is that in most cases, it's because we're concerned with other people, right? In a way, we're concerned with what people are gonna say about us or what people are gonna think about us, right? So there's three things that I think that you should never feel guilty for. Number one, you should never feel guilty for changing for the better. So if you're looking to make life changes and you know that that's going to improve you, never, ever, ever feel guilty for that. I mean, why should you? Especially if it's going to take you to that place where you want to be, especially if it's going to make you happy, if it's going to, bring out the best in you. But for some reason, so many people worry about what it is that their friends, their family, their husbands, their wives, their neighbors think about them. And on a subconscious level, what happens is we want to pacify, we want to try to bring ourselves down so that other people won't be too intimidated by us. Think about it. Like, so other people won't feel uncomfortable being around us if we raise our standards a little bit. So think about that. Are you limiting yourself, limiting your potential because you're afraid of what other people will think about you? So you're afraid of changing for the better because of that. The other thing is you should never feel guilty for knowing what your worth is. Like, for knowing what your true worth is. So many of us, we've heard the fact that, you as an individual are worth more than anything on this planet. You're worth more than anything on this planet. You can always go in and buy a new car. You can go in and you can buy a new desk or a new wedding ring if you lose that, but you can never replace yourself. So when you start to look at it from that standpoint and say, you know what, I have an immense value to this individual right here. You'll start to look at it from a standpoint where you start to work out more, you start to care about yourself more, you start to become conscious of the things that you're putting in your body, you start to become conscious of the things that you're putting into your mind, right? The thoughts that you're allowing yourself to think, and you start to become conscious of the people that you're around. So that's the second reason why sometimes we don't get to the point that we want to be, and why we're sometimes even afraid of trying, is because we don't truly know what our self-worth is. The third thing is staying true to your vision, right? So staying true to your vision without wavering. Self-discipline, being focused, being on point will help with you with that big time, right? So knowing what your vision is and really thinking this thing out to a point where you are crystal clear on it. And then saying, I'm going to stick to this no matter how long it takes me. So think about those three things, three things that you should never feel guilty for when you're trying to get to the next level. And the first thing is changing for the better. Not letting the thoughts and what other people are going to think about you if you start to change. The other thing is knowing what your self-worth is, right? So truly understanding who you as an individual are and what your value is. And then the third thing is staying true to your vision. So understanding what it is that you want to do, why you want to do it, why you must do it, and then sticking to that. So I hope these three things have helped you. If you've gotten value out of this, like this, share this, and comment. And also subscribe to this page. I'll see you on the next one.